Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. It's a night session, of course. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't know what I'm doing. Shall we? Ow. I'm such a baby. I was trying to be cool for you, but I just bruised my hand. I feel myself becoming soft over time from just sitting in my apartment. I can't believe that beat me. I used to do that like, whatever, I didn't care. Like, what's happening to me? That's the liberal arts major in me. Can't even freaking open a beer with my hands like a man. I have to use technology like a freaking nerd. What are we doing today? We're working on Morel. Hey, I've been seeing in the comment sections, you want me to play the second movement? Well, I'll work on the second movement today. You know who you are. But you gotta admit, I killed that first movement the other night. I mean, come on now. That thing was pretty good. And that's coming from me, too. Because usually I think I suck. That's a big deal if I thought it was good. Yeah, so Morel, I think that's probably the only thing we're gonna work on tonight. I don't think we have any new music for the night session. Memorizing that second movement. I've been working on memory. It's been coming along, so, you know, that's good. I have some questions to answer in the comment section. I have a few of them, actually. Alright, I think we have some fast ones here. We'll see how long I spend answering them. We're only doing this today. I'm not gonna watch a video today. Okay, here we go. Alright, well, first one's from Jay. What's up, friend of the channel, Jay? You said, really enjoyed the Adagio. Guitar question, please. Well, that's what we're here to do. You mentioned, to play softer, we use a comparatively slower stroke in the right hand. That is true, I did say that. And you have a question about it? What happens if we want to play soft at a pretty fast tempo? Oh, man, you're asking a lot of questions here, huh? Are you trying to curveball me right now? You trying to catch me in, like, BS? No, I mean it. I think if you want to play softer, I don't think the stroke should change at all. I think the speed of your finger should change. And that's how you regulate how much energy you're giving the string. I've said this before. I stand by this. If you don't see it in my playing, it's because I haven't practiced technique enough. These are the fundamentals that I believe. And then I think you edited it after. You said, you seem to pull this off pretty nicely when you want to in the 1001 Fugue. Well, I thank you. I was maybe going to answer your question, but now I definitely will. I appreciate the compliment. You know me too well. I can't say exactly who I've heard this from, but I've heard this from like professional guitarists, and I disagree with it. And it's that to play faster, you have to do like smaller, tighter movements, which it makes sense for rest stroke to do that because rest stroke is like kind of a tiny movement because you're just there and then moving it there. But for a free stroke, I liken a free stroke almost to like a sprint. How do you sprint the fastest? Do you take tiny little steps that are really precise, and that's how you go faster? Or do you follow through? Big strides. Like that's what happens when you put a lot of energy into the finger. It's going to follow through further. So this is like a loud free stroke where I'm just using I. And I'm not digging into the string anymore. I'm just moving quicker. Versus slow, I'm not following through that much. And you can see how quiet it is. Versus the fast one, there's more energy, so my fingers are going towards my palm more. So I think for those two combinations, it sort of solves itself. I say like it should be the same stroke. I just mean that you shouldn't like change the motion of finger flexing in like that. You should always be flexing your hand in, and that's where you end up. There should never be any other motion like hand doing that. You should never be like digging in that to get like a really loud sound. Because you can get just as loud of a sound from just more energy. It's just that. And then for a quiet, your fingers don't have to move that much because you're not giving them that much energy. Like when I'm teaching a free stroke, I'll teach it at like a medium volume, and I still want to train my students to move their fingers, basically to touch their palms, like as if they're doing like a high energy, a note. I don't want them to actually move like that, like in the field. Like I want their fingers to move as much as the follow through needs. Like I want your fingers to completely relax after you give it that initial impulse. And however far they move is just how much energy that impulse has, you know? So little impulse, they just move a little. Big impulse, they're moving a lot. And if it's a lot of energy or a little bit of energy, I think you can still move them quickly regardless. Like I think because you're moving very little, you can still move the quiet ones pretty quick. You can also move it slow, obviously, because you just do it slower. And the loud one, you can still move that quick because it's like the sprinting ballistic motion, which I think is conducive to going fast because it's just a fast-paced movement. But you can, of course, do that slow too, because then you just pause after the follow-through. So that's what we got. Hopefully this is coherent. I've only had that much of my beer. It's a beer kind of night, guys. And by that, I mean it's a night. It's nighttime. Okay, I've been here long enough. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to start practicing. So, I'll see you in the piano bench. It's time for me to get to it. So, I will see you on the other side. Okay, I know I haven't been practicing for very long, but I'm not done. But I am going to play for you. So let me bring you closer. I think I'm ready to go on this. I think it's going to come out perfect. But also, my middle finger is getting tingly. So I want to keep practicing, but I think I'm just going to take it real easy after I do this. You're going to notice I'm going to take a 5-second pause. That was the third take. I flubbed the fast part again. You know, what do you expect? I hope you were expecting that when I first started playing. Yeah, it felt okay. I recorded that 3 times. The second time felt the best until the very end. I had to stop because I just screwed it up so bad. It was just one of those performances. Yeah, the third one I think was all around the best, but it sucks that I can't show you the second one because I felt new stuff in that one. I don't know if I felt new stuff in this one. It was solid. I messed up the end. I messed up my favorite part. You guys want to know what my favorite part is? It's this. And then going into that, you know, the least familiar part to me. I need to work on that. So I'm just gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna move you back. My finger isn't tingling anymore. I feel okay about that. It's whatever. It's a practice log. I'm gonna get back to practicing. Okay, I don't know. Man, I've been working a lot today. I'm kind of ready to just call it quits for this one. I made decent progress with the second movement. I kind of just worked on the Morel Sonatina today. That second beer is really hitting me too. Yeah, I'm ready to freaking call this one. It's time for this day to be over. Alright, well, let's wrap it up. I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. Want some guitar lessons? Just send me an email, you know the deal. And of course, if you have a comment question, feel free to leave it. Alright, the formalities are out of the way. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. I've been super busy. Guitar has been on my mind today, and I'm ready to just, you know, like, lay in my bed and watch some anime or something. Alright, I think it's time for this to end. So, you know, I'll see you tomorrow.